call the meeting to order. Please rise for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Call the meeting to order for October 18th, 2023. Right now, there will be no agenda adjustments. We do have people participating remotely, and this meeting is being videotaped. So with it being recorded and videotaped, it was done by Zoom. All votes will be a roll call vote again this evening. Anybody here for public comment? Hearing none and seeing none, we'll move over to student and staff recognition. Pete Boyle.
Good evening, members of the school committee. Thank you for having me here tonight. It's my pleasure to introduce our students of the month. We are joined here in person by Sophia Grasso, who is one of our students of the month. The other student of the month, we are joined by their parents. It is Brooke Schultz and their parents, Jennifer and Derek, are here to represent them. So Sophia is a So both Sophia and Brooke are being recognized as the October Students of the Month. Sophia is a design and visual communication senior and a resident of the town of Hanson. Brooke is a design and visual communication junior and is a resident of the town of Hanover. We also welcome their parents here tonight. We have Jennifer and Nicholas Grasso, and we also have Jennifer and Derek Schultz. Sophia has been selected as a student of the month for many reasons, but notably for her outstanding achievement of placing third place in the Skills USA screen printing at the Nationals competition in Atlanta, Georgia this past year. This is quite a remarkable accomplishment, and her hard work and dedication are certainly something to be proud of. In front of an audience of over 16,000 people, Sophia walked on stage to receive her reward. Skills USA competitions are known for their high standards, and her success reflects her talent and skill in screen printing. Sophia is a current participant of the school's cooperative education program, where she is employed by Hemlock Inc. in Hingham, Massachusetts. She should be commended for her outstanding performance and great representation of South Shore Tech. I'm going to read remarks regarding Brooke as well, and then I'm going to pass it to Sophia for a few words. Brooke Schultz has been named the Student of the Month as well for their amazing achievement of placing fourth in the dye sublimation competition at the Skills USA National Competition, which was held in Atlanta, Georgia. So congratulations to Brooke for the great accomplishment. Their technical skills, dedication, and academic excellence are commendable, and this accomplishment is a true testament to their hard work and talent. Brooke should be proud of their performance, and we're sure their future in the area of graphic design will be successful. We extend our congratulations and best wishes to Brooke and their continued success. I do have.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Sophia Grasso, and I am a senior in design and visual communication. Last school year, I participated in Skills USA for screen printing. I couldn't have made it through without the assistance of my teachers, Ms. R, Ms. B, and Mr. Cole. Along the way, I was introduced to Ms. D, who is now one of the new teachers at DVC. Nationals was a long and exciting journey. I spent a majority of the time reading the materials, rehearsing my skills, and studying my heart out for something I loved the most. It all paid off though. When I heard my name announced as one of the winners, receiving a bronze medal has been one of the most exciting accomplishments I've ever experienced. Today, speaking in front of all of you, I can honestly say I wouldn't have had this opportunity if I didn't attend South Shore Technical. Skills USA is an amazing experience, and I was so fortunate to meet many new friends along the way. Looking to the future, I hope many more SST students are awarded this great experience and enjoy this mission like I did. Thank you.
I'm also here to talk about our program spotlight of the month. We are pleased to recognize our talented design and visual communications team this evening. Please stand up. The members of the team are Carolyn Rakowski, who is the department head of the DVC department, Steve Culp, and Jen DiMariano. Their dedication to the school can be seen at every turn, in our hallways and our shops, on the clothing we wear, on the website and our social media pages, and throughout numerous events throughout our communities. Most importantly, we see their dedication in the form of success from our students. These teachers create a sense of community within their program and foster an excitement for learning. They help prepare our students for employment and provide guidance to those students on co-op. Beyond the classroom, they lead our student interest clubs and coach our athletic teams. In addition, they lead and collaborate with other DVC programs across the state, helping teachers create robust lessons and programs. We are incredibly fortunate to have these three teachers as part of the South Shore Tech community. Please welcome Carolyn Rakowski here to say a few words.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for this recognition. I'm going to have Jen and Steve up here with me. So we just want to share a few words about what's going on in shop. And before I do so, we have a potentially familiar face. Jen DiMariano has returned to us after getting some experience elsewhere. We're happy to have her back. And her experience being away from South Shore Tech is really benefiting our students and giving a different perspective to our program. So I just want to thank the school committee and the administration for recognizing our shop. Our students makes our shop shine, but it's our pedagogical craft that allows us to get them to a point where they can do that. With the teaching staff of 3 differently skilled individuals, our shop can thoroughly offer expertise in screen printing, Mr. Culp, and garment production, embroidery, print production with Ms. D, and then digital media with myself. Our shop has completed over 142 design jobs as of right now. This is notable because in comparison to last year, that was half. And there are a couple of factors that are contributing to that, so it's really exciting what's going on in our shop. This is in part due to administration's commitment to growing our program. We have some new equipment in the shop, including a new Canon digital press with high capacity inline finishing, so we can do a larger volume. We just got a new Roland vinyl cutter printer on our floor. We have a bunch of new mirrorless digital cameras, which are one of my toys. In addition, a community member has donated a 2-color screen press, so that has increased our capabilities in Mr. Culp's area of screen printing. We continue to have strong co-op numbers, employment at companies such as Hemlock, Webster Print, JLC, the Frame Center, and the list continues to grow. Our shop growth is exciting and full of potential. With our current teaching staff's experience this winter, early winter, we hope to go out to the 8 sending towns, town halls, and start offering our services directly to town halls for cost savings, towns specifically, and also to give our students in the shop, real live work, which is so valuable. It's a great opportunity to deepen our relationship with the local community. Thank you again for recognizing our program. It's a pleasure to serve here at the school and with this team. So thank you.
I do a great job in telling those student awards. Next we'll go to student advisory. Lily McCann.
Hello. For Skills USA, they've started an annual food drive where each shop is bringing in one food item in order to make baskets for veterans for Thanksgiving. They're also reshingling a shed at Masonic Lodge in Hanover on October 14th. For the whole month of November, they're working with veterans via IT support, health and wellness support, haircuts, Veterans Day parades, a food drive, and yard cleanups. And they're also participating in Operation Flags at Bourne National Cemetery on November 4th. In horticulture, they're sending 8 students to FFA Nationals national competition in Indianapolis, October 31st through November 3rd. 2 teams will be representing Massachusetts in floral design and nursery, and also landscaping. For athletics, volleyball is 14-2 and is currently in position to enter the state and vocational tournaments. Cross country are league champs now with an undefeated regular season. Golf made the state tournament and will send 6 golfers to Easton Country Club on October 24th. Football earned 30-16 win on Saturday versus Upper Cape, moving them 4-2 on the season. They're also out the regular season with games at Wareham and against Old Colony for senior night. For NHS, they're working on establishing a school tutoring program for underclassmen in need of extra support. We are also having several community service projects in the works. NHS volunteers and seeks volunteers to help at school community projects like the craft fair, open house, and parent conference night. In student council, we have a small break, and after having our homecoming October 7th, we have CMAS October 27th at Walpole High School. We're currently sorting plans out for November, including Power Cup games, pep rallies, and Spirit Weeks for Thanksgiving games. And seniors and student council have a class merchandise fundraiser in the process to raise money for prom and senior activities. That's all I have. You guys say thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Ms. Wallner?
I'm serving as a public servant here. Parents, educators, you are welcome to stay for the full meeting. For also to go and what I will step out and a quick photo.
Ms. Wallner, you know how to really clear our room.
That's the first time I heard that.
Yes. Gentlemen, right now, we'll be looking for a vote to approve the minutes. We have a motion from Situate. Second, Hanover. Any discussion on the minutes? On the minutes? Hearing none, seeing none, we'll go to a roll call vote. Abington.
Yes.
Cohasset.
Yes.
Hanover.
Yes.
Hanson.
Yes.
Norwell? Okay. Rockland, yes. Situate, yes. Whitman?
Yes.
Thank you very much for that. That is a vote for the minutes. Next, we have reports. Treasurer's report. Jim Cox.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. The September 30th report is in your packet. A lot of culinary activity going on the cover page of the email and also stuff. First page is all of our checking and account balances as of September 30th, so cash is doing well. OPEB reserve a little over $1 million in OPEB. That can be used for pension, other benefits. Revenue for the month of September, really, we received most of our account assessments in August, so we're just waiting on one town, because we mentioned the notification of who got the bill. So I think that's we have one for that. Also, okay. And other than that, we just got our regular Chapter 70 checks during the course of the month. Next final page is the expenditures for the month, total a little over $1 million. And the largest chunk of that is salaries and wages, $743,000. Things are going smoothly. Line number 33, you'll see about $43,000 over the shop supplies as it keeps ramping up. They're ordering document for the subsequent months. It's going well. So, again, Jeanine and Pam are doing work in the office. Pick it up. They do a lot of work, and the move over to the building. It's been, little added challenges along with things.
Anybody have any questions? Any motion? Motion, Hanover.
Second.
Second, Cohasset. Any discussion on the treasurer's report? Hearing none, seeing none, we will go to a roll call vote. Abington,
Yes.
Cohasset,
Yes.
Hanover,
Yes.
Hanson,
yes,
no, Rockland, yes. Situate, yes, and Whitman. The treasurer's report. Okay, yes. That was it.
Sorry. Just say yes.
Jim, is there any other updates, Jim?
Yeah, just one little quick one. Bruce Moore, our auditor, and a couple of staff members visited yesterday to start again the audit. Catching up a little bit. Just had a little bit of some staffing issues, so staff ramping up yesterday, today, gathering information, providing some of that. Again, and pulling a lot of tools and properly signing off. That's ongoing. A lot of information about it. But that is a problem.
So right now, we're gonna go to chairman, which is me, we go to, subcommittees. Okay, in your packet, you'll see a list of the subcommittees there. As of right now, I haven't made any changes to that. I think we'll be okay with that there as long as, things keep going forward in that direction. The only other change I will make is that any subcommittee meetings will be held over next door now at the administration office. They won't be here, so we won't have to disrupt any furniture changes or anything else like that there, so we have over there set up, and we'll be ready to go over there, so any subcommittee meetings will be held over at the administration building. Anybody have any questions or concerns about that?
We continue to have our monthly meeting here.
Yes, monthly meetings here, the subcommittee meetings, just so we don't have to disturb anything going on through today.
Where's the front door, the back door?
Back door.
Back door.
Yeah.
A sign that says entrance.
Most of us will go in the front door, but you will.
No, I have to take a look at, I drove around it right now.
Yeah.
I was here for.
Just a quick note on that, if you haven't been over to see it, Tom and Sue did a great job designing that along with all the other, departments that have moved over there. And, it's a good job there of the work that was done by the students, for especially,
Quite a team effort, quite a team effort on that. And Mr. Chair, if I may,
Yeah.
it also, along with that, and that complements how well it looks, we can also see the benefits in extended cafeteria, additional conferencing space, as well as some dedicated space for our student resource officer. So the ripple effect has helped directly benefit. So thank you all for your support on that.
Well, since you already took the floor here, the next one, the superintendent director.
How about that? Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'll be brief. My report mostly focuses on an MSBA update. We're continuing to move the process along. I'm very much looking forward to school building committee meetings that will be coming up soon. On Monday, October 23rd, the school building committee will have a Zoom meeting at 3 p.m. And at that meeting, the school building committee will take up the matter of approving our preliminary design program. That's the first alphabet soup that you've heard them talk about, the PDP, which will later be followed by a schematic report in December. So there's that actionable item, and there'll also be an actionable item regarding an amendment to the educational plan regarding the references to veterinary science versus animal science due to some state framework changes, and they're recommending that we update the language that we had previously approved. So that's still moving to a logical point that by December, the school building committee will have, will narrow down to a preferred design, like I said, in December, and then the project team will continue to work on that. So we have work to do, we're waiting to do the work, and that work's gonna begin with our meeting on October 25th. And again, followed up November 2nd. What I would like to recommend, and I'll talk to Bob H. about this, is that while the meeting on the 23rd would be on Zoom, there's some procedural votes and whatnot, that having a meeting in person on November 2nd, if possible, would be, I think, a better choice. We can still have a remote option for folks who can't, but if there's going to be conversations about design options and visuals, I know committee members have expressed that when we can do something in person, let's do it in person. So more to come on that. I'll be happy to fill you in more on that, on those logistical details. We also had a public forum on October 5th, which was held on Zoom, where a few members of the public joined to hear an update, really just kind of rolling out where we are. For those of us that have been involved for a while, it was mostly review. But I'm happy to say that there was participation from several of our communities, including a neighbor of the school as well. So it's nice that they wanted to get direct feedback. As you know, there are other public forums that we'll be blasting out on social media that will be coming up in Marshfield and Rockland and Whitman. We'll have at least 3 other forums. Our design team will also be, the administrators will talk about open house, but our design team will physically be represented at open house so that they can offer quick commentary to any prospective families who want to come, who are from our community, and just get a handout or hear directly as to what's going on. Item 2 on my report has to do with something that is only within the power of the school committee, not the school building committee, and that is to render a decision as to which path we want to go, to ask the voters for their feedback on a preferred project. You've heard me say many times that the options are to go on a town-by-town approach or to go to a district-wide ballot. So when we have our meeting, the school building committee meeting on October 23rd, it'll be posted as a joint meeting, school committee and school building committee meeting, so that technically, with that posting, it would allow the school committee to take action on the item if they wanted to. I've asked our bond counsel, Rick Manley, from Lock Lord, to be on that Zoom, to be able to speak in as much detail as you require as to what the options are and how the process works. There's no obligation for the school committee to render a decision this month, but there are no strings attached. You could say now that on the matter of our school building project, which we may not take up until early 2025, the school committee can make a decision anytime. So for that, my recommendation would be a sooner than later decision, because the sooner that the committee goes on record saying which direction they want, if it is going to be a district-wide ballot approach, then that would allow us close to a calendar year to begin to work with our respective town clerks. So anyway, when we meet on the 23rd, Most of the agenda is school building committee stuff that I mentioned earlier, but there will be a joint meeting. You have the power to vote on the educational plan. You have the power to vote on the direction to go seek approval from the voters. Those two items will be on the agenda. The only other quick items, Mr. Chair, I'll mention is that the budget building process has started. We'll be on track to bring you a recommended budget proposal as I normally do in December. Department heads have started working. I can tell you right now that the biggest headliner for the fiscal 25 budget will be to have enough funds set aside to renew our bus lease, and that will be a capital expenditure. So I'll speak more about that, but if I could already forecast the headliner, it'll be money for the bus lease to renew the bus lease, and also moving some staff from grants onto the budget. I appreciate the work folks have done already. And last, I'll mention briefly, and I'm sorry to keep saying it, I didn't see this on your preview sheet, but we are going to have a visit from the Lieutenant Governor tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock. She and her team are coming with great interest during STEM week to see our after-school program. And not to be confused where we got that nice big grant that people talk about. And we had some state presence here with the Secretary of Labor Workforce and the Secretary of Education. But the Lieutenant Governor comes tomorrow afternoon to see our partnership with Bridgewater State University as we are the host site for our cooperative, our uniquely abled program, where we're working with neurodivergent students and helping place them in the workforce. I was on a Zoom earlier today with the South Shore Workforce Development Board, and I would say that of the first 15 minutes of the meeting, at least I felt this way, South Shore Tech was the talk of the meeting for our CTI programming, the successful placement of graduates, this uniquely abled programming, and plans for the future to expand this even further. Not to mention the potential of fire cadet training to continue with a community compact grant. So we are a player in workforce development, getting people connected up with jobs where we know in this region there is a need. So tomorrow we look forward to welcoming them for a brief. Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'll turn it over to Keith and Sandy for anything I didn't steal from them in my remarks.
I have a couple items I'm going to talk briefly about. The first one is our Career Technical Institute, which is our CTI evening program. I'm happy to announce that last week, the Healy Driscoll administration announced over $10 million in funding for the new round of the CTI grants. Those awards were granted to 18 different organizations to help train over 1,200 students over the next 2 years for careers in high demand occupations within the trades, construction, and manufacturing sectors across Massachusetts. I'm proud to report and say that South Shore Tech was awarded the largest grant in the state in the amount of $2,176,000, and South Shore Tech will provide training to over 272 participants in the following programs: automotive technology, welding and metal fabrication, culinary arts, carpentry, HVAC, horticulture and landscape construction, and manufacturing engineering technology. The goal will be to train the students and place them in career opportunities upon their graduation of the 220-hour course program. We have 17 different programs, cohorts running throughout the next 2 years. So it's quite a night school, quite a robust parking lot here at night. It's nice to see the building being utilized, and it's nice to see that the program has been deemed successful, and clearly deemed successful enough by the state to be awarded the largest grant in this previous round. I also want to give a brief update on our upcoming program advisory committee. Our fall program advisory committee meeting will take place on Wednesday, November 8th at 6:30. Invitations were sent to all committee members last week. We are always looking to add new members by inviting new co-op employers and other industry leaders who can help contribute their expertise in the programs that we have here at South Shore Tech. This year, we're going to focus our discussions around the upcoming MSBA project. In addition to our curriculum updates, budget, and long-term capital needs, and other updates in various programs. Thank you, and at this time, we'll have Sandra Ballner, our principal.
This is a great school. It is not just the support of the state through grant funds, but the leadership of the superintendent and your support, and specifically the talent capability of vocational leaders like Keith and educators like those across the building that allowed us to become what is truly a 365, 7-day-a-week facility. So thank you so much for that. It really is exciting. Also exciting is that the track team, the cross-country team, was the Mayflower champions, which is exciting. So they're number 1 in their league, and they celebrated this afternoon by doing a Forge Park Pond cleanup. So we appreciate that from them, and that is, I will take a little bit of credit for that, but really spearheaded by Matt Polano and the school improvement plan authors last year, really wanting us to reinvigorate ourselves in a cause for service. And so working with Grant Montgomery, every athletic team this fall has committed themselves to at least 1 active service. I will be able to report more formally for that, for the number of hours and commitments to service of the athletic programs. That commitment will continue into the winter. In terms of relationship building, I'm pleased by the work that our administrative team is doing with our parents. We are seeing a really, really fruitful relationship come from our administrative relationship with parents. Our CPAC meeting run last night by Special Ed Director Katie Berry was very well attended. A large group of parents there for the CPAC meeting. She had a special guest speaker there, Becky Fiddler, focusing on mental health needs of kids when they get home from school. When the school day has gotten too tough, how can parents help support their children when they return home? And we have specialists supporting our families with that. We have had excellence with Erin Venuti as the chair of the Parent Association and Vocational Athletic Association. She is outstanding. She committed herself and her team of hardworking parents to funding $5,000 towards mental health for our school. They achieved that, almost all of those dollars in their first event of the school year at the Kent Thayer Car Show. We were able to join them at the October meeting and share how we're going to implement those funds to support mental health services in our school this year, also through other grant services and some hard work on your part to ensure that we're getting our students what they need. But that partnership is excellent. Next month, Bob Mello will be going to the Parents Association where he can start talking about what we're doing to support students through our Student Spotlight, which is funded by the Parents Association as well. Every month, 2 students are celebrated just for being great kids, supported by celebrated and recommended by parents, faculty members, and community members, and we celebrate them by giving them a gift card to a local place to eat, such as Chick-fil-A or the delicious cookie place that Mr. Mello loves so much. And I will close by saying that our Director of Guidance, Amy Dow, has been working very hard to plan for, which is anticipated our largest open house in the history of the school. So we are expecting a full house on Saturday. Please come check out our vibrant shops. We have dozens and dozens of students, all of our vocational educators prepared to really showcase their talents and what they can offer to the students across the South Shore for employment opportunities when they graduate from our school as the class of 2028. So please come, starting at 10 a.m. until 1. It's going to be a busy and fun day. I hope to see you there.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
And as well, for the great reports and great information and great amounts that are coming in for the hard work for the admin team. Very good. I just want to revert back to the subcommittee list there. If anybody wanting to get on a certain subcommittee or get off a certain subcommittee, please let myself know. Okay. Not that order, but not know first. Yeah, so call me, call them. So, yes.
Little personal note, I just want to toot my grandnephew's horn. He ran cross country this year, he was captain, senior, Jack Haywood. He was undefeated this year, and he set a course record at Fort Pond yesterday, up 1 minute. So we,
That doesn't leave too many minutes left.
told him he's been slacking all this year. But, he did a phenomenal job, he's done a phenomenal job all year. Great bunch of kids. Wonderful. Just wanted to be part of the record.
Well, it's good. Glad to see one team with good.
That doesn't have to be part of the
That
record.
was a long time ago, far, far away. Yes. Afraid to fall down because of the broken glass.
Yep. Does anybody else have anything, for question, action? Anything, any communities they wanna talk about? In that case, then I will turn it over to, entertain a motion from, my really colleague over there from Whitman.
Motion to adjourn. We also respect. Second.
Second by Abington. All those in favor will be, roll call vote, will be Abington,
Yes.
Cohasset,
Yes.
Hanover,
Yes.
Hanson,
Yes.
Rockland, yes, Situate,
No. We had a break.
Ribbit.
Still on paying that time.
Yeah. Thank you very much. We are adjourned.